Oh, good morning, afternoon. What are we? Where is it?
It's only 11:40.
Oh, so it's brunch.
Good brunch.
Good brunch.
We're brunching.
Mikki, it's been 3 weeks. Has it been 3 weeks?
It's been a while.
It's been before Vegas. It was a week before Vegas. Mm-hmm. And now we're the second week after Vegas, aren't we?
I don't know.
It's been a couple weeks. Anyways, yeah, it's been at least 2 or 3 weeks.
Yeah, no, I think it's been at least 3 because I've been gone for over 2, it seems like.
Yeah, because you were in Vegas for that full week, plus, and then you were in Idaho or something for a full week, and now you're back. Congratulations, welcome back to the real world of nothing. This is just the same, right?
Yeah.
So what's new, other than those postcards?
These that you had printed.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Not a whole lot new. I was gone in Vegas. Oh, talk about the
Competition?
yes, because we have not spoken about that.
Yeah, true.
When you
true,
went
true,
to
true.
Nationals.
Yeah, Nationals was good. It was super fucking expensive.
Just being in Vegas.
Just being in Vegas alone was expensive.
Yeah.
Watching the events were expensive because it was $30 a day per spectator. Overall, it was a great experience. All the FS lifters did awesome. We all podiumed. Wayne got hurt, so he didn't, but he would have for sure.
Oh yeah.
I got second place in my Asian weight bracket, which was okay. I mean, considering there's only a couple of us, so that's not very good. Of course, technicalities kept me from the lifts that I wanted because I always seem to fuck up on technicalities. But I did good. I'm proud of myself for going. I'm proud of myself for putting in the work, going there, still podiumed. Got second place, which is still good. The guy who got first, guess who it was? The guy that always gets first that we talked about.
That guy was there?
Yeah, he's the one that got first place. And even if I would have gotten all the lifts that I wanted to get.
The Italian guy?
Yeah.
He was there.
He was the guy that got first place. Yes, he was there.
Oh.
So
Yeah,
had I gotten all the lifts that I wanted, I still would have not got first place.
You still would have gotten second.
I still would have gotten second, which is cool because first time at Nationals, great experience. Judging was very hard, and I knew it was going to be, but it was also very inconsistent. I'm not going to make any excuses. I didn't follow the game plan. I didn't do what I knew I needed to do, which was lift perfectly. Which is, that's just all trial and error when it comes to powerlifting.
Well,
when it comes to competing.
when you're at max reps, max weight, whatever, like it's hard to have perfect form.
Well, and that's the thing is I wasn't at max on anything except for deadlift. Deadlift was a max.
And deadlift is the one that you got called on.
Well, yeah. So the squat is where I fucked it up because I had my second lift I had weak knees.
You didn't.
So I didn't get my second lift on that. So we repeated my second. Soft knees, yeah.
Yeah. Because you didn't lock out?
No. So I have this really fucking bad habit of moving my feet too much.
Yeah,
right?
That's happened before.
Yes. And Vic has called me on it. We've discussed it, but it's one thing to discuss it. It's another thing to put it in practice and know it. And so we have talked about it. We've talked about bracing. We've talked about not moving my feet so much. And sure enough, on my second fucking lift, so basically I got there, and when you look at that middle judge, as soon as you give eye contact, that's their call to say squat, right? And then I did the little knee thing. So I locked out my knees, loosened my knees, and then locked them out again. So that was the soft knees right there. I got the squat, but soft knees, so I didn't get the squat. I got red light.
You cannot move.
You cannot move. As soon as you look at the judge and they say squat, the only move you should be doing is squatting. You could take your breath, but your knees have to be locked.
Yeah.
And of course, that's a technicality. That's a technical thing, and I have a horrible habit of doing that. So basically had to repeat my second squat, which was at 371. The strategy, as always, was to go for 3 and then go for 4.
Yeah.
So fucked up on that one. The way that it moved, it could have been my opener, but it wasn't my opener because the week before going to Vegas, I strained this working on openers. So we started conservatively, purposefully, because I had no idea how this was going to be, because after working on openers, it was deload. It was okay. We're ready to go to fucking Vegas. So I couldn't, I wasn't coming in to go heavy again at all, but I strained this right here in a pretty fucked up, horrible timing, because it was right before Vegas. So Vic started me pretty conservatively based off of that, which was smart. But it sucks because when I hit that 371 as my second lift and then had to do it again as my third, it moved like it could have been an opener.
Why did you have to repeat it? Why couldn't you just jump up?
Because we're playing it safe.
Oh, okay.
You know what I mean? Because again, with all my squats and all my lifts, anything over 350, it's always a depth issue, right? I'm always worried about depth also.
So you're not sure if you got depth with the 371?
No, I got depth. But they got me on the weak knees.
Yeah.
So, but we wanted to make sure just to get on the board, because again, not only were we going for state records, my goals, we were also going for podium, to get a podium. So that was squat. Bench was just weak. There's nothing there for me to say about that. I think my top bench maybe was 260 something, and then we jumped to 270 something, and I lost tightness, and I couldn't and this is a weight that I've done in the gym multiple times, and I got stuck right at my midpoint. I lost my elbow, kind of flared. I lost tightness in the lat, and I knew right there, and it wasn't going anywhere. And it's just bench was weak. That was just my bad. It was stupid. Deadlift, I was pumped up for. I really, really, really wanted to get the state record in deadlift. That being said, I knew I wasn't going to get a state record in bench. But so deadlift, I was super pumped up for. I was ready for it. 490.5 was my third lift. And the way that the judges sit, there's a judge in the middle. And then, so if you're here, there's judges slightly behind you, like so they can see your knees, and not have to look through the plates, right? So they're slightly behind and to the side. And according to them, I didn't lock my knees out. I think had they been in front, they would have called me. It would have shown that I locked my knees out, because you could see my legs flex and you could see it. But according to their perspective, I didn't lock my knees out. So I didn't get that, which would have been a state record. It wouldn't have put me in first, but it would have given me the state record, and that would have been a meet PR for me.
And see, I really thought that you hitched on that one. I didn't think that it was the knee thing. I was like, because I saw it happen. So, I thought that when you got called, it was for hitching, not at all your knees.
It was, didn't lock the knees out.
Yeah, because it looked like everything was locked out from the front.
Yeah.
But as soon as I saw you do the
well, see, and everybody who's watched the video is also in agreement that they don't understand why I didn't get that.
Yeah.
Why I didn't get that lift. So I haven't heard anybody say it looked like I hitched. You're actually the first person that said that. According to the judge that I talked to and Molly talked to, I didn't lock my knees out.
Interesting.
So, which, the middle judge gave me the white light. He also obviously gave me the down call. So in his eyes, I got the lift.
Yeah, in his eyes, because he would have been the one to see the hitch more than anybody in the front. Yeah.
Yeah. So which is just another learning experience. I've really focused on locking out the shoulders. Mm-hmm. And I've talked to Vic and Devin, and we've talked about, locking the knees out sooner, quicker, and harder. So I've been trying to work on that. It didn't happen. And again, it was still, I still got 490.5 up, which I'm proud of. I may not have got it in competition, but for me, that actually was a big PR for me in competition.
Well, just a few years ago.
It wasn't even a few years ago. It was 6 months prior to that. I hitched on the 485. That was the 485 was the one that I hitched coming up.
Well, what I was gonna say is just a few years ago, your max was like 418 at a rep.
Yeah. When I first started, yeah.
Yeah, and that doesn't sound like huge growth, but it is.
Well, yeah, considering for sure.
I don't think people really realize how hard it is.
Because it's only been like 4 years, something like that. Yeah, so that's actually a pretty big.
Less than 3. Yeah, because it was after you and I competed together. It was one of the meets you did again. So it was less than 3 because.
Yeah, I'm finding a lot more comfort in deadlift for sure. But anyway, so yeah, that was it. I'm proud of myself. Nothing, Vic programmed perfectly for me. Strength was there. My bench wasn't, but that's just because it wasn't there in the moment. And my bench is weak anyways, as far as I'm concerned. But the program was great. It was great. It was a really good experience. Vegas sucks. I don't like Vegas. I'm not a Vegas person. It's way too much money. But other than that, it was cool. It was cool to go and watch all the lifters do their thing.
Yeah, I was glad that I was able to. I'm disappointed that I only got to see the 2 at the end for you when Ruby and I showed up.
Oh, yeah.
But after you were done, she's like, can we go?
Right.
Because I was
she was ready.
Yeah,
right?
I wanted to stay and watch Brett since I was there, and she's like, "Can we go now?" Yeah. All right. Well, I'm glad I didn't plan on doing this all day.
Yeah.
She was bored.
That makes for a long fucking day.
Yeah.
That being said, they were moving pretty quick.
Yeah.
They were moving quick.
Yeah. But when it's not your thing, and I can understand why she would want it.
Yeah. Right.
I was like, okay.
How did your girl event go?
It was good. It wasn't what it was last year, which is good and bad. Last year, it was very, very emotionally draining.
Okay.
As an empath, it was very emotionally draining. This year, it was just different, but I wasn't really there for the event as much as I was there to connect with people.
Yeah.
And so it was really good for that. And I wanted to see Ruby. I wanted Ruby to be able to see other strong women that weren't mainstream.
Yeah. Just normal people.
Yeah.
Right. Squishing watermelons and shit.
Yeah. That was so... Man. So she was there for the Friday evening, teen... It was called Next Gen, but it was the teen event. And one of the things that Courtney is the owner of Girl... she wanted to do, empower these teenagers is have them all smash watermelons, right? Which is super awesome. And Ruby did it in 30 seconds. It was so fast. And only one other girl was able to do it.
Nice.
Yeah.
So that must have made her feel good.
Well, she was like, oh yeah, I knew I could do it. Everybody see how humble I am.
Right? I too am extremely humble.
Yeah. Okay, Ruby, that was... But it was super impressive.
Yeah.
And
well, she was about it. At least she wasn't
Yeah, she wasn't hesitant. She was like, I can do that.
Yeah.
And that was super awesome. And it's funny because I had the same confidence with the ice bath thing. Mm-hmm. I was all right, I'll do it. It's gonna suck. This isn't something I want to do, but I'll do it. And it actually, because it was part of it was doing an ice plunge for 2 minutes, and they had troughs and special the blow up tubs literally full of ice and water. So it wasn't just cold water, it was ice water.
Yeah.
And I was all right, I'll do it. And I did it.
They feel good.
Oh yeah, afterwards I had so much energy. Yeah. It was so refreshing. Yeah. But before I did it, I was there kind of monitoring, I don't know the right word, the other women who would get in it and kind of start panicking. And so it was interesting to, not that I'm better than them, but just having a different mindset about it.
Yeah.
I'm just like, all right, I can do this. I can push through this.
Yeah.
And then that night they did coal walking, like hot fire walking.
Oh, nice.
And it was the same type of thing. Like, all right, yeah, I can do that. But for me, it was like, it's too fucking hot.
Right.
It was over 110 degrees, and I'm like, the last thing I want to do is like go walk on some hot coals.
Literally fire to you.
Yeah, like that doesn't.
Fuck. Ew.
No, thank you.
Yeah.
It's bad enough like walking around the pool on the cement.
Oh, I
and,
know.
like burning my feet.
Seriously.
Yeah, so I was like, no, that doesn't.
Yeah.
If it was like fire walking and then the ice plunge, that'd be different.
That would be different.
But I had been like miserable all day. I had been like standing along the alley, like trying to catch a breeze, like while everyone is like doing the fire stuff. Like, nah, it's too.
Right. Yeah. That's crazy.
Yeah. I'm like, yeah,
that is pretty intense because it was so fucking hot there. Mm-hmm. Vegas was so fucking hot.
Yeah.
I couldn't imagine coal walking
when
it's 110 degrees out.
Yeah. I mean, it was super empowering for the women that were able to do it.
Yeah.
I think that Ruby wanted to do it. Because she kept trying to get me. And I'm like, Ruby, I just don't want to. I'm not afraid. I just don't want to. I was like, I'll do it if you'll do it. Like, if that's what I have to do for you to do it, like, I'll do it. And she's
she wouldn't do it without you.
She wouldn't tell me that she would do it.
I
and
gotcha.
I'm like, I'm not going to do it for funsies. I just don't want to.
Yeah.
Right? But
I love ice baths. I love them.
It was really
so
nice.
refreshing, so rejuvenating. And as soon as you can get past the hyperventilation aspect of it and get your breathing under control.
That's the main thing is like the breathing.
It's the trick to it. That's what if people could understand, as soon as your breathing's under control, your body follows that shit. And it's just like a numbing effect.
Yeah. I mean, what was interesting is a lot of people were saying their fingers and toes would like start to burn. And it was actually my hamstring.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
My hamstrings were burning.
Yeah. That's interesting.
And my toes and my fingers were hurting, but the same kind of sensation in my hamstrings. Mm-hmm. But it was... So there was a woman, I don't remember her name, but she was the one that was like facilitating it, right?
Yeah.
And so whenever somebody would do it, she would be there and like try to guide them through the breathing and like, calm or whatever. But the girl that I did it with, Anne, like, the facilitator like walked away because we were fine. And then Anne's like, are we done? Like, are we at time? Yeah. And then we ended up doing a countdown to get out to like meet our 2 minutes. But it was funny. I was like, she just like walked away.
Right.
Because
we'll just leave you guys here.
These guys are good. They don't need the whatever that would be, but it was kind of humorous to me. Yeah, but it was really hot. Nice.
How was the modeling? I know you did some pictures and.
Oh, it was a boudoir shoot.
Yeah, how'd that go?
It was fun. It's always weird because like she did my makeup, which I don't ever wear makeup, and I definitely don't wear heavy makeup.
Yeah.
And I don't like my freckles were covered, but it's like it's stage makeup.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
But like up close, it just looked cakey to me
because I felt cakey.
It didn't actually. It didn't really feel cakey, but it looked cakey because I'm not used to it.
Yeah.
And I had on fake eyelashes. It was fine. I thought that would be a fairly uncomfortable experience also, but it was like, all right, what poses do you want me in?
Yeah. So did they tell you how to pose? Did they tell you like walk you through poses and just click?
Yeah, she's like, okay, so
now
it
was simple. It was fluid.
Yeah.
Okay.
She's like, okay, now I want you to, lay on the bed, put your feet up.
Yeah. Oh, cool.
Actually, it was the top of my head hurt after.
Why?
Because there's like this sexy arch thing that like this, but like all the weight is on the top of your head, so like your back is arched.
Oh.
And I had to hold that.
Sexy.
I had to hold it, so all my weight was like on the top of my head. That was like
right.
The top of my head was actually sore. I haven't seen the pictures yet. I've seen some of the pictures of the other women that did theirs, but I haven't seen mine.
Were
yet.
they dressed or naked or what did you?
Whatever you wanted.
Really? Huh? Mm-hmm. Wow, that's interesting.
Yeah.
I would have been in a Speedo. G-string.
Well, I got to Las Vegas and I was talking with Courtney and I was like, I still don't know what I'm going to wear. Like thinking about, it was weird to like go shopping with Ruby to look for like lingerie or whatever.
Yeah.
And Courtney's like, fuck it, just go naked. And I was like,
There you go.
oh, that simplifies things tremendously.
Yeah.
So I did.
Nice. Good for you. Good
I
for
think
you.
that's why mine are not on social media, but I
Right?
haven't. I haven't seen them anyway.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I don't know, but
Be a nice little gift for Joseph. Right?
It's not like something you can hang on a wall.
Men don't need to hang things on walls.
Well, do you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know what I would do with, I don't know what to do with them.
Oh, that's cool.
I do wish, though, like in hindsight, that I had been wearing something.
Really?
Just because then I could like put it on a wall, like if it's tasteful, right? Even in my bedroom.
Photoshop.
Yeah, we'll see.
Cool. Well, it sounds like you had a really good adventure.
It was an adventure. And then I was home like 4 to 5 days and went to Idaho. It was also fucking hot. It was like over 110 every day. Maybe not 110. Over 100 though.
Wow.
Same kind of like dry heat as Las Vegas.
Yeah.
Went and saw my dad and then went to my mom's boyfriend, stepdad guy.
Mm-hmm.
And had my mom's memorial last Saturday.
Yeah.
Spread her ashes. And
Where did you guys spread her ashes at?
at his house.
Oh, okay.
In like the field.
Okay, cool.
She had never said where she wanted her ashes spread, and then he was sharing with me that he had mentioned it to her because he wants his ashes spread there also when he dies, and she smiled. She liked the idea of like having her ashes spread there, so I was like, all right, let's do it.
Cool.
Which actually made it a lot easier because then like we could just have the gathering at his house and not. It just felt far more relaxing than having it like at a formal gathering at
like a funeral home or something,
like an Eagles Lodge or something. Yeah. A funeral home and a church would not have been fitting for my mom, probably.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Like she was a member of the Eagles, so it would have been at the Eagles Lodge.
Cool.
But yeah, so that was an interesting experience also.
Nice.
Yep. And now I'm home.
Good. You've been able to hit the gym?
Fuck. I did one day. Have I been there twice?
Jeez.
I think, man. What's today? Wednesday?
I think it's Wednesday.
I went on Monday.
Yeah, I think it's Wednesday.
I went on Monday and I tried squatting. I wasn't warmed up, and then all the high schoolers rolled in, and I was like, all right, I'm going to leave. Like, I don't feel like being around a lot of people. Like, I'm peopled out.
Yeah. No, I understand, especially coming from Vegas to
and then like dealing
the
with
memorial thing, and
yeah. So even though like none of the high schoolers were bothering me, because they don't, I just was like, oh, this is too many people. I don't want to be here.
Yeah.
And then I got up and got ready to go this morning, and then like, I was all ready. Like I drank my pre-workout, and then I was like, shit, Ruby's not here, because normally I feel comfortable leaving if Ruby is home.
Yeah.
And Solomon went to a welding camp this week, so I was like, I can't leave like Samuel and Miriam.
Yeah.
And so it was just the way that the morning played out. I was like, all right, I can't go this morning.
Yeah. Well, there's tomorrow. Maybe.
Yeah, I would like to go. I just feel very unmotivated. But my girlfriend Jen, she's like, even if you only have 70%, just give your 70%.
Yeah.
I was like, I love that. I just, like,
Well,
I was ready.
Just going is.
Yeah. Well, I was ready to, like, go out the door this morning. And then I was like, I have no way to have my kids get in touch with me.
Right, yeah.
If something
I understand that
happens.
for sure.
So,
yeah.
And then Joseph's like, could you please just go outside and, like, do some deadlifts with a kettlebell or something?
Right.
Like, please just go do something. Mm-hmm. And instead, I laid on my bed and cried.
Oh.
So, I did that instead.
Nice.
Yes.
Nice.
Works out. My stomach was upset this morning anyway.
Oh, well, that may not have been good for working out anyway, so.
No.
we're doing this team training now, which is actually really good, really fun. We started that. We're just now starting back into power. We were doing an acclimation phase for about the past 2 weeks, which is more high volume, which is more intense, but I like it. I don't think anybody else liked it, but I enjoyed it.
I like volume stuff.
Yeah, I do too. I like to, if I don't feel like I'm working, I don't feel like it's working, but that's just me. Power is fun, but power can get boring.
I thought you wanted to step away from power.
Yeah, but now I still have goals to achieve that I haven't achieved. As long as there's goals that I haven't accomplished, I'm an accomplisher. So if I don't accomplish it, I need to get that accomplished.
Which one?
My goals.
Which goals?
All my goals. My state records and my goals for competing. So as soon as I hit those goals, then I'll probably be done. But until I hit my goals, I can't stop. So, but anyway, so we're doing team training, which is really good because, lifting alone, it just doesn't work for me. I can go so far, but I'm really limited on how self-motivated I am as far as that goes. So it's nice to be able to lift with Molly and Trevor and Martin and Joe when she comes. We've had a few other people step in. Chris stepped in. So it's nice to lift with a group of people that have the same desire and trajectory. And I do better that way. I do better with people than just lifting on my own.
So is this a second team? Because I thought that the power team in the evening was...
Yeah, essentially. They have that power team still. They still have that. This is us. I don't know if we're considered a power team or just the team. You know what I mean? Just
officially unofficial or something?
Yeah.
All with the same goals and...
Yeah. So the difference for me is taking time out of my work day to lift. And nobody else that I lift with works physical all day. So I'm putting in a full fucking day of work, then lifting. So that's a difference for me because I'm used to lifting first, then working.
Yeah.
Now I'm working, lifting, working. So it's a different fucking beast for me because it's like, fuck. But it's good. I don't mind it. It's a new challenge. It's definitely a new challenge because we're lifting in the afternoons, 4 days a week. The good thing is 2 of those days are on generally when I take days off. The bad thing about those 2 days a week, the weekends, is now my life. Like we're going camping in next week. I think we're going camping. We're leaving. Actually, after we do the podcast, we're going to leave. And then we're coming back. I'm cutting it short because I got to lift on Saturday and Sunday. We were going to camp Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, but now I lift Saturday and Sunday. So I'm coming back so that I can lift and not camp. So that's the bad thing about weekend lifts. But it's still good. I enjoy it.
Where are you going camping?
Loon Lake.
Where's that?
I don't fucking know. I think it's 2 hours away from here. We've been there before. I'm not sure. I think it's I don't know.
Nice.
Yeah, it's good. I mean, I miss the morning people. I got love for the morning people. I miss hanging out with them, Mike, Brett, those guys. But it's nice to be with a crew of people that are going to push me further.
Yeah.
Help me grow further and help me, really, really eye in on my weaknesses and help me with my weaknesses. That's the thing. It's one thing to get a badass program, but it's another thing to have somebody there that's in the moment holding you accountable for your anything and everything.
Yeah. It's different to have the morning people present than going and actually training with them.
People. Yeah.
Yeah.
Big difference.
Yeah.
So that's, yeah. That's how life is for me right now.
Nice.
Fucking busy. Work out. Work out. That's just the way it fucking is. Yeah. So it's all good.
Nice. Man, I have felt so out of it since getting home.
Really?
Yeah, like detached and like just.
God damn it. I'm out of water.
I just feel, yeah.
Yeah. Well, I mean, being gone for two full fucking weeks at a time, right?
I feel like it was my mom's memorial.
Yeah.
It like messed me up. Really? What?
Nothing.
I didn't realize that. Yep.
Yep. What time is it?
12, 15, 16. My eyes are, I'm crying now.
I got training at 2 today.
12, 15. Do you hear that? I said I was crying. I didn't even listen.
You were crying? What'd you cry about?
Just now.
Why? Why are you crying?
Because I was talking about my mom.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah, thanks. Okay. Is that it?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Okay. Bye.
Bye-bye.